Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead, and it's time for Thankful Thursday. So, this has been weighing on me all week. I watched a program and then it popped up a verse from the Bible, and I'm like, I need to do a video on that. I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but it really kind of hit me in the heart, and so that's kind of what I want to discuss today. So the verse was Hebrews 13:2. It says, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." You know, we talk all the time about being good to other people, and I think that's very important. But do we really know the people that we're being good to? No, I'm kidding. All right, let's start out in prayer. Let's do what I'm going to do today, and let's talk about it. Heavenly Father, thank you for each person that's in here today, even if they pop in just for a second. I ask that you grant everything that they need to have done, no matter if it's financial or physical, whatever it happens to be. I ask that you carry them, lift them, bring them up so that you know that they're taken care of well. I know that we have a lot of worries, and it's something that you don't want us to do. You don't want us to be scared either, but you know, sometimes it's hard. We see life changing every day, and not always for the good. So we ask that you carry us during this time and lift us up so that we're not fearful, and that we trust in just you, that we know that you'll get us through, and in the end, you win. I ask that you continue to bless all the people that we've asked for prayers. A lot of them are still not doing well, so if we can keep praying for them and you can keep watching over them, that would be great. I ask all of this, first, know that we love you with all of our hearts, and that we believe in you, have faith in you, and know that you'll get us through everything. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Never claimed to be a good praying person. So today, I want to make something for Tom's lunch. I don't know if he's going to like it or not. We'll see. So I'm going to make healthy peanut butter chocolate chip snack. So the first thing I need to do, I'm going to put a recipe in there, but I'm not following it exactly either, so, you know, there's that. We're going to core these apples. Get that core out of there. Make sure you wash them, because we're going to use peels and all. I'm hoping to have some peaches this weekend. I got a call for some more green beans, but they'll be ready when I'm not really ready for them, if that makes sense. So I told her, you know, next time I would appreciate it, because I think that I want to, because I shared the last ones with Courtney's mom. So I think that I would like to be able to do another half bushel for myself. And that way I have enough for next year, just in case prices go way up again. So, you know, that's the idea of preparing and prepping, you know. You can be ready for different situations. And I'm completely out of peach pie filling, and I'm out of just canned peaches. I mean, I have store-bought, but they're not anything like my own home canned. So now we're going to dice this. I don't want too big of pieces. I figured he could eat this with a fork. But anyway, the reason that I think that, well, I was watching a show about it too, but I think the reason that it really got to me is because, you know, when we do the homeless things, we don't know who those people are. And, You know, when you see someone having a bad day, do you really know who they are? You don't. And, you know, like, I've seen different things before where it says, you know, God's never been in this church. Because they don't look out for people. They look out for, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. There's some churches that I've been to that you just don't feel God there. And some churches that you feel like, you know, even just singing songs, God is there, and you're just like so blessed to have been there, you know. So, in thinking about all of this, I think to myself, you know, the show said that angels walk amongst us, and I don't know if they do or not. I think they do. So, when we have a chance to be good to people, maybe we ought to. I mean, do we know that they're not angels? I mean, I think about it, like, even if it's not an angel, what if God put someone in front of you to purposely be good for? You know? I don't think that we should change our faith or what we do or what we believe in. You know, I don't think about things like that. But so what I'm going to do, because, you know, it's not going to be ate up right now, is I'm going to add some lemon juice to this. And I'm going to mix it in. And then I'm going to rinse it out. So while I'm doing that, I'm also going to melt some peanut butter. So I'll be right back in a minute. Alright, so now I rinsed them off really good, drained them. And now I'm going to pour them into little bowls. That's what I use these little bowls for. Is different stuff for his lunch. That's going to be too many. Maybe I should have stuck with one apple. That's alright. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to take that melted peanut butter and I want to drizzle that all over the apples. I might have gotten too much peanut butter too, but that's okay. He likes peanut butter. That look good. Now I'm going to take some chocolate chips and I'm going to sprinkle those over top. And then I thought what I could do to add a little bit to it was, he really likes peanuts. So I thought, I don't want to put them in the big old chunks in there. So I thought what I would do is chop these up into smaller pieces. So anyways, when we're good to people, I don't know that it's, you know, that they're an angel or, you know, anything like that. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard that story where the, you know, the guy takes this, it's a really cold night, and he takes this lady in, and she's really, really cold, and provides a meal for her and lets her heat up and whatever, and then all of a sudden she just disappears. And later on, God comes to tell him that that was an angel to see if he'd turn her away, and he didn't. So, you know, I mean, now I'm going to sprinkle those peanuts over top of that. Looky, looky at that. Now, I think that's going to be a great snack for at work. Alright. So, I think with these days and times, I think we take for granted, and not all of us, I don't want you to take it that way either, But we take for granted the people in our lives. There was some peanut butter dripping down the side. Can't very well let that go to waste. Anyway, so, you know, we take for granted things that people do good for us. And, you know, or sometimes maybe we just get too busy and we're like, I'll get them next time. And, you know, especially after like losing my mom and dad and then during COVID and whatever, you know, you learn that there isn't always a tomorrow. So you might not be able to catch that person next time. And wouldn't that be sad to know that you didn't? You know what I mean? Like when I looked at that board at my class reunion, there's 37 of us that's died already. Not me, but you know what I mean, our class. And some died, well, one guy died the day after graduation. The night. He went out and he missed the curve and he hit a tree. He was our first. Another girl was murdered in DeWitt actually, and they've never solved the mystery. So it's been back since 1984 that we've started losing people. We just lost someone a couple weeks ago too. But we can't take it for granted that tomorrow's going to be here, you know? Especially the climate that's going on right now in our world. We can't take that for granted. You know, we think that wars won't come to our land, and it could. It could. And so we need to reach out and touch people and let people know how important they really are. And I mean, I guess if you I don't know, maybe this is what I was trying to say in the video, I guess. Do you know how my brain works? You guys know me well enough now. But pretend for a minute that every person that you bumped into that you don't know, well, maybe some of your family's angels and you just don't know it, but, well, that's not my case in my family. But anyway, but what if we just assumed and we pretended that every single person that we ran into was an angel? And I think that's why the verse was like, it just like smacked me in the face. And you guys, I've been like biting my tongue wanting to do this video because it just, you know what, sometimes you hear something and it's like, whew, I so needed to hear that, you know? And, you know, whether you're Christian or not, it doesn't matter. But, you know, if you are and you read words, do you ever notice, like, if you read something in the Bible, it's something that you've been thinking about all day, you know, or maybe the last week or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, there it is, and you're like, whew, there's the answer. You know, and I thought about it, you know, every day that I ride in this town, the homeless are stretching out farther, like over by Sam's and everything now, and street corners, and just, it's nothing like California or anything like that, but we have a lot, and you see it every day. And, you know, like me and Tom's, every letter that says, you know, anything that can help, we're homeless, God bless. So do they really write that because they want people to take, you know what I mean, and feel bad for them and give them money? Or really are maybe one of them an angel and they're wondering to see what you'll do? So, I know it's kind of stupid to wrap a whole video around one verse, but I just think, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, I just think that right now, the idea of an angel is such a great thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, imagine if you're having a hard time paying your bills. Hours get cut at work, you know, you lose a job, whatever it is. And isn't the thought of there being something more, something there that can get you through those times? You know, I mean, I don't think anybody's life is perfect. Mine's far from it. You know, I may not have tons of money, and there's things that I want to try. Like, you know, I want to try that protein powder and all this other stuff, but that stuff is very expensive, and I just can't do it right now. But, you know, I have the things that I need, you know what I mean? And I think about how blessed that I am. I have God in my life, and I have you guys, and I have my family and my grandkids, and even though I hate my job, I haven't. I haven't been working it, which I need to do, and I keep saying that, but I don't, because I really just don't want to do it anymore. There's one thing that COVID did is, you know, I survived it, and I still had customer service because there was a few of the businesses that were open, but for the first time in my life, I was a housewife. And, you know, I always used to think when I was younger, like, the first time I ever got pregnant, I know I was a bad girl way back when, but I told my ex-boyfriend, I said, you know what? I get pregnant, you're going to watch the kids, and I'm going to go out and work. And I used to think that, you know, there was this, you know, a woman revolution thing for me, you know, whatever. And, you know, as time went by, and like I finally did have my sons, when they laid Christopher in my arms, it was Christmas Eve. And I was just telling the lady the other day, it was the best Christmas ever. Well, because I got my son, and I had tried for 7 years to have a baby and lost quite a few. So to finally have that living, breathing creature that was so beautiful put in my arms was just the best ever. And, you know, I said it was the best Christmas, not just because of that, but because people came up and visited the baby and me, and they left. So no family drama, nothing else. Now I lost train of thought what I was thinking, but that's okay. But anyway, I do that all the time. My kids used to save me on that, and now they don't live here, so I can't do that. But, I just totally lost my train of thought. Lord, I hate when I do that. They used to call that motherhood disease. Well, now it must be grandma disease or something. Oh, but anyway, I became a housewife. And that's something that the minute that they put Christopher in my arms, you guys, it broke my heart. And I know there's a lot of you working moms out there that the first time you have to drop them off. And I remember the first 2 daycares did not work well. So my mom watched my son for 6 weeks till I could find somebody. And I remember she used to have, you know, those windows in the door, just this small, and you'd look through it. And I'd see Christopher, and he's like this, like, for mommy to come back, you know. And the next day she told me, she says, walk away and don't look back, because all it does is upset him and you. You know, and so I never really got to be a stay-at-home mom, because I always did something like daycare or whatever. And, you know, I could never be just a mom, just a housewife. And during that time, I became a housewife. And, well, I started my channel. And, I don't know, maybe me getting older, I just want things to, you know what I mean? Like, I just want things to be more calm. I want, and I know a lot of women now would just be like, you're crazy, but I think it's good to take care of my husband. You know, does he help me with the house cleaning and stuff? He does, because it hurts my back a lot. And I get winded, and then, you know, but he helps me. And I feel such honor when he walks through the door and his dinner's on the table. And I know it sounds old-fashioned, but it makes me feel good, and he appreciates it. And it's nice to do what I was put on this earth to do, is be a wife and a mom and a grandma, you know, and now a content creator, because I really do believe God gave me a calling to do this. So anyways, off the beaten path there. But anyways, with that verse, I think the main reason that it hit me so hard is because, do you really know a stranger? We don't. Do we know what that stranger's been through? Do we know, are they good? Are they bad? Because there's some bad strangers out there. We teach our kids all the time, don't talk to strangers. But do we really know who they are? Maybe they are an angel in disguise. Maybe they're here to teach us to be good to people. I mean, as Christians, I guess we're tolerant to some things, maybe not to others. And that's your prerogative, and my prerogative, your prerogative, everything else. Doesn't mean we have to like everything that's going on or love everything that's going on. We just have to be good people and pray for people and hope that everything turns out well. Well, if we believe Jesus wins in the end, everything will turn out well. We just need to get through that point, right? But I know I'm babbling and the video's going on, and I'm sorry for that, but when something hits you that hard, I just felt like, you know, you guys are my family and my friends, and I really felt like I had to share it with you. I'm sure people have read it in the Bible a million times, but for some reason, and I've read it a bunch of times, but for some reason, it just hit me differently this time. So I guess what my video about today is, let me read it again so that we all know, okay? I actually wrote it down this time and didn't print it out. Go figure. Hebrews 13:2. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Maybe that human that we show hospitality to, maybe they're not an angel. Maybe they're just another human being. But geez, can you imagine? Can you imagine if everybody treated them like they were an angel? And how good this world would be. Instead of us sitting there all the time and all the hate and just division and everything that there is going on right now. Imagine if they were, maybe they are all angels. We don't know. We know God's plan according to the Bible. We don't know when or how or, you know, whatever. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be 1,000 years from now. We don't know. But just the thought of, you know, because I don't want this to be a Debbie Downer, but just the thought of it. Just think about if Joe Smo, you just opened the door for at the gas station, was an angel. How cool is that? And, you know, if you believe, you know, all of a sudden in this book of, you know, what you've done, you opened up a door for an angel and you smiled and said hi. You know what I mean? You took a sandwich to someone that, you know, it was an angel and they wrote it down on the book of life. And, you know, not that you do that stuff for brownie points. Don't do it for that. But imagine for a minute, like, you know, I know this is going to sound really funny. And I'm going to try to end this video. But, you know, I used to think when I was a kid, and you kids that are watching, Santa's real. Okay? He exists. But I always thought in my lifetime, wouldn't that be great if there really was a Santa? Well, there is, but you know what I mean. And I tell my kids once a year they have to believe in Santa because otherwise they don't get their Christmas money. But imagine if you had that person that went around and he took care of all the children and you know, they wake up in the morning and they're happy, and it doesn't matter if they're poor or rich or anything else. All these kids are going to be so happy. You know, God can do that too, by the way, but at a bigger scale. But can you imagine, like, people would actually have to try to be good? People would actually have to try to be nice. Wouldn't that be amazing? And I used to think it's not just the idea, it's not the Santa, but it's the idea of Santa that, you know, not that if you're good or bad, you know, he's going to come visit you, but just the idea of the joy and happiness. Well, some kids don't think so because they cry when they get in Santa's lap, you know. They're like, but just the idea of that, just the idea of there being, I don't even know if it's a word, the wonderment of happiness and the joy that you see. So maybe we need to be, you know, a lot more Jesus-like and maybe a little bit of Santa-like, you know, and not that, sorry, Susie, you're not getting a present because you cursed or whatever, you know, but because you're a good human being. And deep down inside, God knows that. And we were put here to be good to people. We were put here to be a service to God. We were put here to multiply and, you know, be happy, fruitful, and multiply. I tried. My body just doesn't cooperate. I wanted 6 kids. I would have had 7. It just didn't cooperate. I think now it's like, imagine the grandkids I could have had, but I got 2 that haven't even started yet, so who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have any. And at my reunion, they were like, one girl's like, my daughter's 37 years old, and she's not any, you know, I'm looking to my 20-year-old to hopefully that she'll get a good grandbaby. But I've rambled on. I know. I do that all the time, and I'm so sorry because it takes you guys forever to watch my video. But maybe today, it doesn't have to be doom and gloom, but the next person that you talk to, the next person that you encounter, the next person that you open a door for, you smile at, or you pick up a phone, and, you know, I do set appointments on the phone too, and believe me, a lot of people hang up on me. But you know what? Maybe we just need to be nice and go, you know what? Maybe if we always kept in the back of our minds, that could be an angel. And maybe God sent that angel to do something for us today. And we turned him away. You know, like that guy that he was drowning in a boat. And, you know, he asked God for help. You know, help me, help me. And I don't know if this is in the Bible or if it's just a joke, but I imagine it's just a joke. But so someone came through and his boat was sinking, and he's like, help me, help me. And so the guy goes, here, I'll help you scoop out the boat, you know. The guy goes, no, God's got this. He's going to take care of things. So he's like, help me, because it's sinking even faster. So then, you know, a guy comes along and offers him a ride, you know, back to shore. No, Jesus is going to take care of everything. Well, he drowned because his boat sank. And he met Jesus. He asked him, why didn't you save me? He said, I sent 2 people before me to save you, and you didn't take them. So we never know. This video is a cluster. I'm sorry. But I felt this tugging on my heart, and I had to get it out, and I don't know how it comes across. I don't know. Maybe you're like, oh my God, that girl's babbling on again. And if you think that way, that's fine too. I don't care. We all have our own thing. But today's assignment is pretend everybody's an angel. And just see at the end of the day how beautiful your life might be. Maybe they're not angels. Maybe they're just normal human beings. And if that's the case, maybe you really made some people's days. And is that such a bad thing? Probably not. You know, I want to tell you guys, you know, it's taken a long time to get subscribers and, you know, go up and do all these things. And it's a lot of hard work. You know, you plan things, you make videos, you grocery shop, you do this, you do that, you know. You ramble on in videos. But honestly, you've all been such a blessing to me. And I want you to know that. I know that so many channels say, you know, I got the best community ever and whatever. And I truly do. You guys have been so supportive of me in everything that I choose to do or where I choose to go. And, you know, with my weight loss, I'm at a standstill right now, but, you know, and with my diabetes, and you guys are like giving me ideas, and you're just in my corner. And I'm not an angel, but let me tell you, I appreciate you guys and everything that you do. I can't even express how thankful I am and how appreciative I am of all of you. You guys are great. I know I get up at 1:45 in the morning and excuse me, my throat's getting dry. I'm drinking lemon water, not that other stuff, but real lemon. I have to get it used up, my real lemons. But the first thing I do when I get on my computer is I go to my page and read all of your guys' comments. And I look forward to it. So if you're thinking about commenting, make sure you do, because I really do read every one of them. And I look forward to them. I love it. Make sure you like, because that pushes me out in the algorithm. Supposedly. I don't know how it works. I don't know. If you guys can figure it out, let me know. But anyways, thank you for being such a blessing. Thank you for being good family and friends, and for being my angels. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you guys. I really do. Wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Be a blessing. And maybe that next one's an angel. I love you guys.